Hey guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. We're going to be talking about Sammy Sweetheart from Jersey Shore. As you guys know, if you're watching this season, season 6, is that Sammy has officially returned to the show for the group's most recent getaway. She comes in at season 6, episode 2, and right off the bat, she hashes out their issues. She has been blocked. She's blocked some of them. They've blocked some of her. So, right after she walked in, literally she walks in, everybody gives everybody a hug. They're shocked that she's there. And she's like, okay, let's get down to business. So here's the issues that I take with everybody. They got it all out of the way, and they eventually, decided to move on and be friends again. And now we are in like what this there's like, okay, the second episode that she's on, like the second episode, and her and Ronnie Ortiz Magro, her ex, have yet to cross paths on the show. Um, and it is alleged, and it is being put out there like they will. The show has put it out there like Ronnie will come back. So I'm keeping my eye out for that, you guys, because I'm ready to see how that's going to play out if he does come back and how she responds to him coming back. Even on the show, when they had like a knock on the door one time, she was like, "Oh, I thought that was going to be Ronnie." So she's kind of nervous that he's going to come back. But as of right now, he hasn't come back. They haven't crossed paths. However, she did address their past together on this week's episode. So after they got all their problems out of the way, her and the girls just kind of picked up where they left off. Now, in this episode, we picked back up from this alien situation. Let's see. Ollie and Vinny played this huge prank that aliens were landing and that everybody, was about to be abducted. And they literally played it so well because they literally had been showing the cast for days before, like, oh, look, here's reported sighting of a UFO. Oh, look, here's where the Pentagon is saying that the mothership is coming. They really played into it. And Dina and Snooki were like crying. They were like, we need to get home. We need to get home to our babies. This is terrible. Hey, bitter pill to swallow. Hey, everyone. So they're like, man, this is crazy. Jay Well knew from jump that it was like, she's like, yeah, I don't believe it. I think this is a prank. Sammy got a little nervous, but after it was revealed that it was a prank, everybody calmed down and Sammy sat with the girls and she talked about, her past issues with Ronnie, and she also talked about the note. Now, as she sat down with them, she says now that she is there with the group, that she feels like a part of her had been missing for so long, not being there with the group, missing out on all these vacations that she didn't get to be there for, because she couldn't. She said, now that I'm here, I feel like a part of me has been missing out for so long, like friendships and stuff. I feel like I look at you guys like y'all are my sisters. And she was speaking to Snooki and Angelina. She went on to say how surprised she was about how natural it felt for her to be back, comparing her absence to simply being away on a vacation for a couple of years. So she was able to just kind of jump right back into it. She says, I thought I was an adult back then, like we were babies. Angelina brought up some of the drama that erupted while, way back when. One thing that she brought up was the note that happened in 2009 when Ronnie and Sammy were, I guess they were broke up. Even when they were broke up, like they really wouldn't broke up, But I guess they got into a fight. Ronnie went to the club and he did a lot of things with a lot of girls, and Snooki and Jenny felt bad, so they typed up this note. Yeah, it was this anonymous note, and the reason it was anonymous is because they were scared that if they went to Sammy face to face and said this is what Ronnie is doing, then she would tell Ronnie, well, Snooki and Jenny told me, and then Ronnie would be mad at them. So they were friends. Snooki and J-Well were friends with both, but they felt that it was only right to tell Sammy. So they typed up an anonymous note warning Sammy about Ron's indiscretions while they were together. At the time, Sammy was upset with Ron, but it seemed like she was more upset at the girls and whoever wrote the note. It ended up getting so heated that Sammy and Jenny got into a physical altercation. Sammy now says that the note is forever a part of her life, but she can laugh about it. She went on to tell to tell the other girls that she was upset at the time because she thought everyone was just kind of like laughing at her and like messing with her. She said, if I had to go back, I would tell you to your face. Snooki said this. She said, if I had to go back, I would tell you your face. I would tell you to your face, Lord Jesus. Snooki says, if we could go back in time, I would definitely tell you to your face what Ron did. Sammi went on to say that she's become the strongest person at this point in her life. Like that everything leading up to the end made her know who she is and made her such a strong person. She says, but you can't get back those years. Time is so short on this earth. Do not freaking waste it on a man if it's not working out. Obviously referring to Ron, right? She says, I was 22 years old. I was so dramatic back then. If the note happened now, I think I would have handled it a lot different than I did back then. She continued by saying, I thought in my 20s I had to be married, I had to find my future husband, and that when her and Ron broke up, she felt like she would never find the next love of her life. She said she was so scared. Like anytime her and Ron broke up, she kind of thought it was like the end of the world. She was already, she was in her 20s. So she thought in a few years, like, I need to be getting married. I need to start settling down. So she looked at Ron kind of like he was going to be her husband. So when they broke up, she worried that she would not be able to find love again and that she was scared. She added, now in her 30s, it's easier to kind of accept things for what they are. And she don't really expect too much, I guess you could say. As the conversation shifted, Snooki asked Sam if she ever wanted kids or if she could have kids because Sam is my age. She's 36 and I got 6 kids, okay? So Snooki was like, do you want kids? Like, can you have kids? What's your plan? And Sam said at 36, I thought truthfully I would be married with kids, living in a house somewhere. And that's just not where I am right now in my life. But I'm not rushing anything. I don't want to feel like I'm being pressured into doing that. I don't want to get older at all. And then she goes in to say that she actually froze her eggs because she is 36 years old now. She is in a stable relationship, and she says that the guy that she is with, that he is the best, they get along really well. However, she's not married. She's been engaged before. So she did freeze her eggs just in case she decided later on down the line, to have babies. But yeah, she brought up the Ronnie situation. Are they all close in age? I do believe Vinny is the baby, from my understanding. I want to say Vinny's the baby. How old are the Jersey? Okay. All right, so it doesn't say their names, but there's one that's 35, one that's 43, and one that's 37, another one that's 37, another one that's 37, one that's 35, one that's okay. Why are they not telling their what? Okay, never mind. Let me find another one. Okay, Mike is 40. Wait, when was this written? Okay, this was written this year. Mike is 40, Snooki is 35, Angelina's 36, Jay Wow's 38, Polly is 41, Benny is 35, Ronnie is 37, Dina is 36, and Sammi is 36. Y'all, Polly is 41. DJ Polly D, Polly Del Vecchio is 41. I had no idea. 40 is the new, like 40 is like the new 20 or whatever. 20 is the new 40. How do you say that? Either way, she talks about how she took things so serious back then with Ronnie and that she really thought like it would go somewhere. Mike is 40, Pauly D is 41. And then Vinny is the baby of the bunch. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen when Ronnie comes back. We haven't seen like any trailer of him of them actually being in the same room, but we have seen a trailer of we saw pictures that came up of him being in the hotel lobby talking to one of the executive producers when the cast was like in the hotel. So we've seen that, and they're saying that he will come back at least at one point. So I'm very curious as to see how that's going to play out, how she's going to handle that. Yeah, where did the time go? I know I'm 36. Um, I'm listening when we chatting much making orders. Sounds good, Miss Watson. But that's the first time that Sam has spoke about Ronnie in years. She hasn't even spoke about him in so long. I feel like this light makes my face look washed out. Oh, happy early birthday, Miss Watson. That's awesome. But Ronnie, from what we know now, I wonder if we're going to have an episode where their significant others come out. Like, we know Gianni doesn't ever come out, but say Chris comes out, 24 comes out, Angelina's new man comes out, Vinny, Nikki comes out. Like, I wonder if we're going to have an episode where they bring, because I kind of want to meet Sammy's man. She definitely has a type, you know. Let's see. Okay, this one says Sammi talks exclusively to People magazine about returning to Jersey Shore for the first time in 11 years and why the infamous cheating note from season 2 will forever be a part of her. She says, I'm happy in all aspects of my life. And I'm like, you know what? Why not go back? I've missed it for so long. She did say it's very nerve wracking. She admitted of walking into the house for the first time. It's definitely overwhelming because I haven't talked to anybody in a really long time. I haven't seen anybody in 10 years or however long that it's been. I was like, are these people going to be the same? Are they going to be different? How do they grow? I'm like, I don't know them anymore. Do they know me? How's it going to be? Nothing dramatic happened between Sammi and the other Jersey Shore stars. She says they simply went their own ways after everyone besides her returned for the revival in 2018. She says it's hard when people are continuing on a show that you are no longer a part of. I've definitely stayed in touch after deciding not to come back in the beginning, but then after a few years, we just lost touch. That was the sad part. Despite feeling nervous heading into season 7, Sammi found out that not much had changed with her castmates. They just have kids and babies, but they're also the same. Since stepping away, Sammi has focused on running her online boutique and her Ocean City, New Jersey, New Jersey store, Sweetheart Coast. She is engaged to Kristen Biscardi. Oh no, she was engaged to Kristen Biscardi in 2019, but confirmed in July 2021 that they have broken off their engagement. Later that year, she made her relationship with Justin May Instagram official. Justin actually has a Jersey Shore connection. He worked at Carmen nightclub during the show's first go round. Sammi said he's familiar with everybody just from seeing us way back then. So he knew who I was. It's kind of a funny thing how it worked out. I just love him so much. As far as Ronnie, she said I probably would not have come back if I knew that he was still on the show, honestly. She says she hasn't spoken to Ronnie in approximately 11 years. She says now that she finds herself in a very loving and supporting relationship with someone who she absolutely adores, or now she does find herself in a loving relationship with somebody she absolutely adores. She said Ronnie is just some guy that she dated when she was in her 20s. But back then it was a lot different. She took it a lot more serious. She does say it's nice to look at the good old days, having fun on Jersey Shore. And she said, I wouldn't want it to change. It's a part of my life. It's surreal. I will say there's this part of me that hopes we do see them, like that he comes back and she's like, and we see them like chit chat. But there's also this part of me that's like, if that would affect her mental health or his mental health, then no, no, don't do that. Because I don't want either one of them to struggle with their mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's gonna hurt her or him or affect him in any way, we know he's like a recovering addict. We know he just kind of got back up on his feet. Like he got custody of his daughter. So if it's gonna like really affect him in a bad way, then they need to keep them separate. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I would not love to see a Ronnie and Sammi reunion. at least just being like in the house together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up. I am going to do a recap of this past week's episode. I just hadn't had time to do it. I'm going to go over to TikTok. Y'all, I've been watching Pinky Doll, okay? I've been watching Pinky Doll. She's the AI girl because I'm kind of getting into it. I ain't even going to lie. Then I was like, should I do the fake readings as Pinky Doll? Or not Pinky Doll, but AI? I don't know. I'm going to go over to TikTok and have fun with it. So you guys join me over there. It's at L_B_TV. Also, you guys, last time I was over on TikTok, I talked about, and I did it again. I was watching a medium on TikTok, and it just was like so obvious that they were not being honest. It was just like, and I was like, I'm like, what's so crazy is when this woman was on her TikTok and she was giving somebody a reading, there was like 5 other people that was like, "Oh, you're talking about me. Oh, you're talking about me. I have somebody in my family named James. Oh, that's my dad that you're getting. That's got to be my dad." I'm like, "Yeah," because the things she's saying is like so generic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really easy the way they do this. Anyways, you guys join me over at L_B_TV over on TikTok, and we're gonna hang out. I'm gonna do some AI like Mama June. Not really, but anyways, subscribe to this channel. We're really trying to hit 100K. I don't know why we said we. It's just me. Nobody else. I'm not like without a crystal ball and say I got a team. I don't have a team. It's just me, you guys. Anyways, subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to us. Just kidding. To me. Subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys over on TikTok. Bye, everyone.